Gals, great to see you. It's Kalee here with Kalees.com. And we've got our latest winter kit for you. I can't wait for you to see how fun this one is. So as you guys have been asking for kits, this is a kit that will come with all the floral supplies you need to create your own project right along with us. And the only thing that you're going to need to purchase besides the kit for this project is you will need to get a little floral foam from a craft store, and you'll need a couple of U-pins that you can also pick up from an arts and crafts store. So those are the only things that are not coming with it. But let's talk about our base. This really fun deer head is just gorgeous. So anybody does like the natural looking Christmas, or you want something to switch on your door after the holidays, this is a really fun combination. And what we're using is we're going to be using some beautiful eucalyptus. This is kind of a juniper pine mix. We're going to use that on there, so it's all about texture in here. Then this is a pine and cedar spray. You can see what I'm textured, beautiful greens and browns. Then some killer hanging, like it's a pine of some sort that hangs. Oh my gosh, wait till we put it together. And to pop it off, some really fun brown snowflakes that are going to pop in there to add that beautiful color up here in the antlers. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you how we're going to start by putting this together. So the first thing we need to do is take and put our foam on our base. I like to use the floral foam. It's just easy to attach everything. So this is a little piece I've cut into a little square. Don't want to get too small. This is probably 3 by 2. Something like that, and it's going to go right here, right at the edge. You can't just put it right in the middle unless you have a wire. We do have a wire, but I'm going to kind of go offset so I can grab a little bit of the wire back here, and I can grab some of that pine on the side. So I need something to help hold it on tight. So I got my little bitty glue pot over here to the side. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera. Let me see if you can see it. It's right behind my floral. But I'm going to dip it in, and you can see here, I'm going to get a good amount of glue. Let me show you. So a good amount of glue on there. I'm going to find the wire with my hand first and make sure I'm putting this right down there where it's going to catch some of the wire, the fabric, and the edge of the like grapevine on there. We want all of that. All right, this is my little bucket of floral pins. So it's just easy enough to get through, grab the vine, grab some of that wire, and we're going to put a couple from the side. You've got to do all this before that glue gets dry. So you got to kind of work a little quickly here. Okay, as soon as I say that, it's like fussing with me. Now I'm going to flip it over real quick. We'll add a couple pins right here along the back. It's warm back there from the glue, so be careful. But this is where I want to make sure I'm grabbing the foam also. Just, it's extra security to hold this piece all together nicely. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to take our florals and start building up our design here. Okay, and the first thing to start with is the eucalyptus. Love this eucalyptus, so pretty. We're going to use that for height to come up here towards the antlers, and I'm going to trim these off the stem. And I just need to trim them right down where they just have a couple of inches on each stem. Oh, another supply you're going to need is your own wire cutters to cut the florals, which I'm sure all of you guys have already. Y'all are Bloomberinos. I know you're doing this all the time for fun. Okay, let me see if I can see that on camera. Yeah, that's my little glue skillet there. And I'm just going to pop this in, swirl it around, and we're going to start adding these for height, okay? And that one's going to come towards the top. I'm going to take the 2 tallest pieces, and we'll just pop these in the sides. You can see I hold the foam when I'm pushing it in. Give us a nice layer coming up here high into the back. And then this one's going to come like a little bit in front of the head. Give them a little motion, y'all. You know, if you're a design school student, you know I talk about depth and dimension, so we're always wanting that, okay? I'm going to save this piece till the end. Looks like the little top. I'll save both of those. And we'll put these on towards the end, okay? I'm going to put those off to the side for a second. Now, let's grab that neat little hanging cedar. I love that. We're going to use that at the bottom here to hang down and give a lot of dimension. So what I'm going to do is cut these a little smaller so we can make them, we don't need it hanging down so far. So I'm going to take and cut these into some smaller sections. where I can cluster them a little bit. Okay, so I'm taking each one and we're just dividing it in half. Right there. Okay, and let's start putting them in. Let me see who's the longest because he needs to go in the very back. And that's this one right here. All right, Mr. Deer. And we love this. If you've ever made a wreath, maybe you leave really long ribbon tails. This looks so neat hanging down the door and kind of breaking the plane of the dimension of the door in there too. Okay, and I'm going to place these 2 longest ones. And then I'm going to take the 2 shorter ones and they'll layer just right on top. Isn't that going to be fun? Put these right in there. Nice. And here's our last one. I'm going to go right towards the top. And then that's going to give you that beautiful, oh, that's just such a neat texture. I love, love, love that. Okay. Now we're going to drop our, this is a juniper and pine spray. And we're going to break this up into smaller pieces. And we're going to use this to fill all in. To get that nice and full. Let me trim this one to a couple inches. Okay, and each of these, as you work your way down, you can divide these into smaller sections. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing clusters of 2 or 3 here. All right, let's break that down. That's a nice pick. It looks so real. Okay, the pointiest, prettiest part right here. That's going to go right in the front, but a little bit behind the eucalyptus. We're going to use that right up here. Beautiful. Okay. Now the other pieces we're going to use on the sides, kind of the middle to center ones. They're going to go right here. Oh, beautiful. And this one's going to go right in towards the center of the head. Do you see it shaping up? Does this scream like cabin, rustic? How beautiful. It's so fun. You know, if you do really Christmassy, then you can switch out to a rustic porch. It's just kind of that cozy cabin feel. I love that. The last one I'm going towards the front. I'm just going to give that a little bend down. So you can see I kind of went around in a circle, kind of working on camouflaging that whole area. Oh, I love that. Okay, finally, we're going to take our last spray before we get to our fun pine cones. I mean, our snowflakes. This one does have a pine cone too. We want to make sure we're making these stand out towards the front. So I'm going to cut this down a couple of inches and then take this one, slice it in half. Okay, so I get a little of that juniper, and this is our like beautiful pick that I want to showcase towards the front. You know why? I love that pine in there. It's adding that texture. I'm going to take and give that a bend, and we're going to put that one right in here. I love that. Push it on in. Isn't that great? And then I'm going to use the juniper, just kind of going down. And then you can take any of your eucalyptus you had left from earlier and use that to hide any of your foam and tuck it in. Look how pretty. Isn't that looking great? So I'm going to take this and cut it into even some little smaller sections. And we could always steal a little more eucalyptus because some of it's hidden back here if we needed to. And this is going to come in and camouflage my piece of foam. That's perfect. Doesn't take a lot to do that. Come in here. You can also hide that with a little Spanish moss. I know you got Spanish moss in your collection if you need it. But that's working. You see how beautiful this is? All right, now let's pop in this one right in the middle. Love that. How fun. How fun. Is this gorgeous? Oh my gosh. All those textures and greenery are the best. All right, so now I want to take my snowflakes, and these are adding this beautiful brown color, and they're almost like this neat little velvety. I don't know, they have a neat texture. And we're going to divide these into a couple of sections. So I'm going to take, I think I want to take this one into three snowflakes here, and this one into 2. And depending how you want to do yours, these can be just raised up like this, or you can leave them completely flat. Now, you know what I'm going to do. I like having all that dimension. And I'm going to pop this, and I'm going to put them between the eucalyptus and the cedar towards the top, okay? So coming in with a little glue. It's going to pop in right behind that pine cone. Oh my gosh, how cute. I love this. It really looks adorable. Oh my, y'all, it's going to look great on your door because it's going to pop off. Now these two will go down. This is kind of our transition in the middle, so I'm going to work down right here. So you kind of need to measure out how long you need it. We'll have these go down. So super cute. And don't forget, you can shape these, moving these more forward or left. Isn't that adorable? I love these bases to create different pieces for your craft shows, guys. There's all kind of different taste in decor, and there's a lot of people who love just something very natural looking. And even though these are all artificial supplies, turned out just beautiful. Let me see if I can get you a really good corner picture. I want to show you that gorgeous hanging. I gotta move the glue cloth, guys. How that's gonna look hanging down your door. Isn't that fun? And if you want it more to the side, let's say you don't like it covering up his face quite that much, just move that over. You can totally move it over. Let me see here. Yes! That looks great. So I like these opposite, and this is just going to look so beautiful hanging down the door. Oh my gosh, guys. I can't wait to see what you make. Y'all, if you want to grab this kit, just let us know in the comments. We will send you the whole kit, and you can just... all you'll need is your own scissors and supplies. It is available, of course, at Calise.com. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us wherever you're watching this video, because we've got more ideas and more inspiration headed your way. Have fun with flowers, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Bloomerinos!